And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 1st and 10, Carlisle looking deep for Jennings. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Carlisle. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw is Stafford. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it. because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Coleman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Stafford. Quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
1st and 10 at the
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now some movement before the snap. And here for a referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down.
And 15 yards to go.
Carry here for Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
6-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
14.
Over the middle, complete. It's Underwood. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bulls nothing.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is Cohen. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
To throw on 3rd down, Carlisle flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Told a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That's good.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 more there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run with Mixon. And they'll move this all the way down to the 9. 31 yards there and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things.
There he goes, left side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards on the ground. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run forward to Cullen. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of the defense.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford making the catch is Sternberger. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Gary Jennings. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason. And
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On second down, it's Cohen. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carlisle. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
The ball carrier.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 24-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen. A second broken tackle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Carlisle flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set them back 5. They try again with Cohen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Cohen, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
At the 34-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back. Unsuccessfully.
Down. And 8 yards to go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Carlisle forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here at the 32. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Baker with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
7-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Carlisle eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's third down. Operating from the gun, Carlisle, and that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Oh, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
19-yard line.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Gibson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Number 45.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. From the gun, Stafford. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by linebacker Jalen Smith. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Carlisle in trouble, and he's taken down.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 3rd down.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, Carlisle. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. McKenzie now to return it. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Carlisle flushed out right. He's going to take off with it.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 31-yard line.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Carlisle flush to his right. That is caught by Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw. Carlisle. He's going to float this one. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 40.
Stafford on first down. Oh, a cruncher there as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. The kick by McManus is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. At the Stafford now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Baker with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ball carrier, Charvarius Ward on the tackle. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, it's Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
In on the tackle. A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Carlisle. Isaiah McKenzie holding it in. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Bulls 25.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one.